It's all, but still so down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been with the sauce, Chef Curry with the pop, boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, and trick-or-treating door-to-door with me tonight are Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's very
trick-or-treat, give me something good to eat.
And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, for the Clippers, after splitting their first 2 games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. And the ghouls and goblins are out as we're hosting here on Halloween night. Oh, that is very scary, Shaq. I see you decided not to dress for the occasion.
Well, when you're 7 feet and as sexy as I am, you don't need a costume. Plus, I took my kids trick-or-treating before I came here. Ernie, father duties.
Wow. I just remember the worst trick that I ever got in the bag.
Trick in the
on
bag?
Trick-or-treat. Yeah, it was the worst
trick in the bag.
The worst trick in the bag I've ever got. I opened up the candy thinking it was going to be filled with all kinds of great things. I opened it up and worms were inside.
Oh, that's horrible. That's awesome. A horrible story.
That's awesome.
That's a terrible story.
It was horrible.
It's a very sad story.
It was hard. It was a trick in the bag.
What was your best costume?
My best costume probably when I was an adult. I came, me and my wife, Run DMC.
Oh.
I was Run. No, I was DMC. She was Run.
Yeah. How about you, Shaq? You never dress up for...
He's dressed for Halloween right now.
I'll give you a hint, Ernie. Oh.
What's that?
Chewbacca.
Oh. I didn't know that was Chewbacca's sound.
Oh.
I'm going trick-or-treating again this year as Ryan Gosling.
Oh.
Nice.
That'll do it for now. Thanks for tuning in. I don't need a costume.
You mean Ryan Giesling?
Always something going on here in LA, and there's always someone flying in to see us. We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard, probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass. And guys just weren't working hard enough in my estimation.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the floor for Sacramento, McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint, and it's Collison in at the point guard. A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career to date.
Now here's Crawford, following the shot by Carl Landry. Paul with the screen for Crawford. 6 on the shot clock. And the 3 off target. Clippers on defense. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, listen, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and that's what won it for them. Those extra possessions were invaluable.
Well, Greg, I think coming into the game, that's where they thought they had an advantage, and they did a great job exploiting it.
Ahead. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator, he's an agitator, and he's a team player, I think, at the core. And everywhere he's gone, you know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
Thank you. And he sinks the second.
For Matt Barnes, I really felt last season was one of his best. He was the Tony Allen-type defensive guy for Doc Rivers' team. Did all the little things, and he was efficient. Here is career high for three-point percentage and a career low in turnovers.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Rudy Gay on the wing, covered by Barnes. Cousins, the pass to Collison. Just 5 to shoot, to the paint. Here's McLemore. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And I know if I were starting a club, Matt Barnes is the type of guy I would immediately look for. He's that tricky enforcer who has just enough skill to hurt you with his game. So him, in my book, equals winner. And one thing about Ben McLemore, he can be an absolute lights-out shooter. Last season was a big improvement over his rookie campaign, up in field goal, three-point, and free throw accuracy, really just scratching the surface in terms of his potential.
And McLemore drops them both. And for Ben McLemore out of Kansas, he knew he had to work harder after the Kings drafted a guy to replace him, Nick Stauskas. And, of course, Stauskas went on to have Clark an even worse rookie campaign than McLemore had the year before.
Yeah, and McLemore actually on the uptick, very much improving in year 2, and that means perhaps Stauskas will be the odd man out. No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Now, here's Gay. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. Here's Landry. Here's Cousins. And Griffin sends it back. Barnes dishes to Paul. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Kings have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. McLemore, no good.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Paul with the ball. Picked up by Collison. Crawford, no luck. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
He told me he's wary about how they'll contend with DeMarcus Cousins inside. He said he's a beast in there, no doubt about it. Size, length, strength, and a ton of skill. The talent is really off the charts with him. And guys, he knows it won't be easy to muscle Cousins away from the rim, but he said that's what they've got to find a way to do. It won't be easy.
All right, Doris. Kings have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Shots good by Gay.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Deep 2 from Crawford, and he drops that one in. Crawford's got his first basket of the night. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Los Angeles Lakers.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Paul against Collison. Jordan the screen, and it's Paul penetrating. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Paul's got his first 2 points.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Gay kicks to Cousins. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. And now the Clippers on the break. Paul with the ball. Crawford, no luck.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Gay with it. He's picked up by Paul. Collison gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And stolen by Barnes. Here we go, one-on-one. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Barnes.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterwards.
You know, the Kings, I think, will look back and realize they made a dubious decision the way they handled that coaching change. I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on, clearly one of the better coaches in NBA history.
And the Clippers making a change here. Davis is checked in. Good on the second free throw. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
Shots good by McLemore. Clippers trail by 5. Paul kicks to Davis. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Redick is checked in. The Kings also with the sub. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Carl Landry. Kings leading now by 3.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here. I mean, he's a role guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low. Yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Nobody near Barnes. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. To the inside, McLemore.
Whoa!
Goodness.
Woo. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And here are the Clippers now. The Kings getting the bucket. They grabbed their own miss. Griffin's shot is off.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
To the paint, and Cousins throws it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here is Paul. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Davis sets a screen. And the wide-open shot from Redick. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. Kings leading now by 4. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Gay in the corner. And stolen by Barnes. That shot by Griffin, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Collison for 3. And the shot is good. Collison's got a couple of threes now in the first for Sacramento.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Pass to Redick. Back to Griffin. And the rejection by Cousins.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Clippers trail by 9. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system. And I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others.
Some changes for Sacramento. Evans, he's checked in for Cousins. And Miller's subbed in for Darren Collison. On defense, the Kings. They have a 9-point lead. Redick passes to Barnes. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the Clippers miss again.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Shots good by McLemore.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here's Redick. And the wide open shot from Paul. No good again that time.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Paul against Miller. Here's Evans, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now here's Paul. An 11-point game for him in the win against Dallas. And he gets it to go.
Griffin created the space for that shot.
Kings leading now by 11. Miller outside. Cauley-Stein dishes to McLemore. Miller outside. 6 on the shot clock. Cauley-Stein kicks to Gay. And the shot is long. Clippers shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Here's Barnes, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Kept alive, Cauley-Stein. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
And we've got a moment now to look at the highest scoring teams in the NBA from last season. The Clippers in second.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Miller against Paul. Picked by Griffin. Paul kicks to Redick. Back to Paul. Griffin a screen on Miller. To the middle. Redick, a good look. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Redick's got 8 points. Kings leading now by 9. Miller the pass to Cauley-Stein. Back to Miller. Now here's McLemore, covered by Redick, and the dunk by McLemore.
And really, these teams don't even look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do, based on what we've seen, a double-digit lead, and we're still in the first. Ouch, that's painful.
Here's Paul. The Kings getting the bucket. Redick setting the pick for Paul. Pick by Griffin, and it's Paul missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Kicks it to Griffin. Fades. No luck.
The right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's Sacramento as they end the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier he wants to embrace criticism and embrace lofty expectations.
Expectations are good. I try to remind my players and myself at times that all the criticism, all the stuff is really a compliment. It's really good for you. It means that people think you can be something.
Doc Rivers is really a master motivator, isn't he? I mean,
yeah,
it's
sure
almost jiu-jitsu, the way he takes something like criticism and Clark turns it into a compliment.
How could you not want to play for Doc? I mean, he's the ultimate players coach and the kind of guy his players would do anything for. He's played the game, and he's a tremendous communicator.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp. Not much stagnation at all on offense.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Collison is out there with Andre Miller. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's Evans. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but it just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Now, here's Cousins. Miller outside, stolen by Rivers. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. The coast-to-coast dunk.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
And yes, sir, that one drops. And that's now 8 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
Rivers against Collison. Lets it go from 11. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Now here's Griffin after Darren Collison's miss. And Griffin slams it in.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
And so here's Sacramento after the Clippers pick up 2. Miller dishes to Collison. 4 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Evans. Gay misses. Clippers trail by 11. Crawford kicks to Redick. He feeds it to Griffin. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Sacramento's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. To the middle, here's Evans. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Now here's Rivers. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And you look at Reggie Evans, he hasn't done a lot as a basketball player, but what he does really well. Rebound like a maniac, and he defends the post as if his family is in danger.
When one thinks of Reggie Evans, one word often comes to mind: hustle. It's through sheer relentlessness that he's made it over 13 years, Greg, in this NBA.
You know, he always gives maximum effort. The numbers and usage rate were down a little last year, but I believe he still has the fire and energy to give you a few good minutes every game.
Landry's checked in for the Kings. Derek Williams comes in for Rudy Gay. And Redick kicks to Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
With the runner, and it's blocked by Jordan. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. The lead now in single digits. Rivers has got his first 2 points of the night.
You know what, didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
To the inside, and it's Williams. That time the assist by Collison. Collison's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Rivers kicks to Crawford. Ring shot on the way. Again, Los Angeles.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Now, here is Miller. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Crawford passes to Rivers. Inside. Layup off the pick. Here's Miller. The Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Redick dishes to Rivers, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Sacramento leading by 7. Collison kicks to Cousins. And it's Miller in the corner. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Miller, no good on the free throw.
And Andre Miller, what a virtuoso floor general he has been. By far the career leader in assists among active players. Over 1,000 more assists than the next guy on the list, which is Chris Paul.
Nate Robinson's checked in for Los Angeles. And the jam by Carl Landry.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Clippers trail by 9. Robinson passes to Rivers. Griffin dishes to Jordan. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
The Kings have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Getting back to Miller last year, he was 16th in the league, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, a couple of things happened, I thought. He slowed down a little, and he was playing behind John Wall. That led to the fewest minutes per game of his career, and the rest of his stats kind of followed suit. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. DeAndre Jordan has been extremely productive over 7 years. That makes it even more unbelievable that there was some question, Clark, as to his commitment to basketball coming into the league.
Yeah, you know, on talent and athleticism alone, he would have been a top 10 pick for sure, but he slipped to the second round, and he's made good on it, though.
Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Kings leading now by 4.
And watching DeAndre Jordan, he's really refined his game over the years without losing the athleticism. He's that rubbery, long-limbed athlete that transcends age. And so far, I've seen 0 drop-off in his leaping ability and quickness, but no question he's improved his skills and IQ.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Rivers with it, picked up by Collison. Outside Robinson. No good.
almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Good. Here's Robinson. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas. And there's the feed to Rivers. Here's Griffin. Crawford drives in and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one. Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots, a dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Miller kicks to Collison. Inside, it's tipped. Griffin with the steal. It's Crawford with the drive. Shoots from 8. Crawford missing again. Kings leading now by 5. Right side, Williams. And that one comes up a bit short. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Jordan kicks to Crawford. Griffin down low. He's against Landry. Stolen by Landry. Now here's Collison. He's guarded by Rivers. Robinson against Collison. Down low. Puts up the baby hook. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Blake Griffin.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Good on the shot.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Man, you talk about a guy that's bounced around the league since he's been in it. Darren Collison. I mean, he's played on 5 different teams in his first 6 seasons, and he's been a contributor and an impact player on all of them.
For Darren Collison, played a career-high 35 minutes a game last year. Seemed to help him find his rhythm, Greg, on offense.
And his coach had confidence in him, and boy, did he deliver. Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that hip injury shut him down after 45 games, but a positive season for him to build upon nonetheless.
For the Clippers, Davis is checked in for Griffin. Barnes comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. Then for the Kings, Cauley Stein comes in for Ryan Hollins. And it's Ben McLemore in for Darren Collison. Here's Davis, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
That's good. 15 points for Ben McLemore.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
And Jordan has it in the corner. Paul with the 3. His 5th miss. Out 2 for 7 from the floor. Kings leading now by 5. McLemore with the ball. Last game he had 10 points. Williams passes to Landry. from 11 feet away and off the front iron, and in it goes. Landry's got 4 this quarter.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
Davis sets a screen. Now the pass to Barnes. The 3. Shot is no good. Sacramento's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Here's Cauley Stein. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
You know, guys, in a draft that had a lot of top-tier big men as the top picks, Willie Cauley-Stein is a little bit the forgotten man, if you will. But he can be a very impactful player now and down the road as well.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
No good on that one. Greg, with Cauley Stein, his defense is the first thing that you notice. Very adept at shot blocking already. Does a lot of things, Clark, very well.
But, Kevin, I think it's his agility and the way he moves his feet defensively as a 7-footer. He literally can defend all 5 positions.
That's a great point. His perimeter defense, I mean, against smaller players, something to behold.
Outstanding.
Good on the second free throw. Well, the Sacramento Kings weren't exactly road toughened last season, but they did have Clark some impressive stints.
Yeah, they were excellent in terms of scoring the ball. No problem at all putting up points. Their road defense was a different story.
Miller against Paul. Miller kicks to McLemore. Launches a 3. They get it back. Evans. Great D that time from Davis.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Robinson for 3. Gay with the block, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. Jordan the screen. Here's Paul. Los Angeles with another miss. Sacramento leading by 8. Out left to the wing. Here's Cauley Stein. It's stolen by Davis. Robinson dishes to Barnes. Clippers moving the ball around. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And as you mentioned with the Kings, they did shoot well on the road. Top 10 in the NBA in terms of road field goal percentage. And they actually shot threes better away from home as well. So the real question for them was on the defensive side of the ball.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. And stolen by Barnes. Now the Clippers moving it up. And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Redick. He's got 8. Jordan the screen over Cauley Stein.
And he got off to a nice start, but has slowed down here in the second quarter.
Evans kicks to Miller. To the middle. It's deflected. Passes to McLemore. Shot clock at 6. Miller, the pass to Evans. Powered down with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Clippers trail by 10. There's a screen. Davis with a screen on Miller. Paul dishes to Davis. And for Glenn Davis, he's been used sparingly the past 2 seasons, averaging less than 15 minutes a game, but I think he began to show his worth in a very nice role off the bench for Doc Rivers and the LA Clippers.
Yeah, I think there's a familiarity having played for Doc and on that championship team in Boston. And you talked about that production or lack thereof, having followed suit over the last 2 seasons, averaged only 4 points and 3 rebounds. So they're hoping he can rekindle what he had in Boston.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Davis. 50 seconds left now here in the second. Miller kicks to Cauley-Stein, and stolen by Jordan. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Reddick.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
And that one's good.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
Now, they've been outstanding on the boards, and it's a big reason why they've got a lead, doing the dirty work down low.
We call that a collabo because everybody's boxing out and making sure they secure the glass.
We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Poked loose, and now Miller running the floor all by himself. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now it's a 10-point Kings lead. With 1 on the clock, the shot is off. And we finished one half of basketball. It's Sacramento. They're up by 10. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I've got Doc Rivers. And, Doc, what was happening for the team in that first half, and how do you approach the rest of this game?
I thought we missed some great shots in the first quarter. You can see it affecting us. We've been struggling offensively, so it's natural. But we're a defensive team, and we got to be that in the third quarter.
Doc, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They lead by 10. Shaq, let's get your opinion on their game so far.
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. It's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. Now they need to stay mean, Ernie. Cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half, but that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
Been a big game for McLemore. He has 15 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Kings leading now by 10. Barnes and Griffin holding the forward spots. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. No good from Gay.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Collison. Free throw line jump shot. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Now here's Paul. Got a piece of it, and they get it back. Here's Jordan, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Jordan's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Clippers. And Sacramento has possession. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Here's McLemore, and he misses the fast break layup.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Clippers trail by 8. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close, just due to his strength and activity.
He misses the free throw. For Griffin and his ability to create contact close, he's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clark he embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the china in that situation because of his strength and physicality. And I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward.
And the second free throw, good.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
To the inside, Jordan, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. That's 12 points here for DeAndre Jordan. Kings leading now by 7. And regarding Griffin's low block shot numbers, for some guys, they simply lack a certain field, Clark, for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
It's Crawford with the drive. Oh, that's blocked.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Left side, Griffin. Second chance shot, and that one's good. Griffin's got 13.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
And here are the Kings now. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of threes.
And he sinks the second. For the Clippers, you think of Lob City and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game.
Now here's Collison. He's got 6. He dishes it to McLemore. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cousins. Sacramento again missing.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
That's good. And it's 9 points for Jamal Crawford.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
Sacramento leading by 4. The drive by Collison. And Cousins kicks to Gay. The shot no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And it's blocked. Paul passes to Jordan. Boom, he jams it straight down. Sacramento's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Collison up top, defended by Paul. The 10-footer. No good off the back of the rim.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And stolen by Cousins. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. Gay with no one around. Nails the 16-footer. Gay's got 4 this quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Kings.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Los Angeles calls timeout. For DeMarcus Cousins, his numbers have been flat-out phenomenal. I mean, just incredible. Sometimes hidden by the lack of what's around him in Sacramento, especially, you know, Greg, when you compare last year's stats with other centers in the NBA.
Yeah, he's averaged nearly 5 points more per game than the next center. Top 3 in rebounding for all centers. This guy is the complete package down low.
A different look for the Clippers. Rivers, he's checked in for Barnes. Robinson is subbed in for Chris Paul. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Williams comes in for Rudy Gay. Clippers trail by 4.
You know, guys, back to DeMarcus Cousins last season. He was top 3 for centers in assists and steals, and he was in the top 7 in block shots.
Now, here is Robinson. Rebound by Williams. And here's Collison. He kicks to Landry. Fires from 18. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
And talking about Cousins, he's a franchise talent. No one debates that. He can take over a game anytime he feels like it. And heaven help the NBA if he ever starts feeling like it over an 82-game year.
And now Sacramento on the break. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
Bring it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Here's Rivers. But they'll get another chance. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Robinson can't get that one to fall. Kings leading now by 8. To the paint. And the jam by Carl Landry.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
You know, whatever they chopped it up about during the break, it's worked. I mean, they've really been excellent in their execution since halftime.
Here's Robinson. Sacramento making their last shot. Jordan kicks to Crawford. Crawford with another miss. Here's Sacramento. Good momentum, 8 straight points. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Collison. Inside. And McLemore slams it in.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Now, here is Robinson. There's the dish to Rivers. Jordan the screen. There's Crawford with the 3. And he gets it to go. Crawford's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Collison against Robinson. Tries a 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Williams has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Inside. Shot is off. Nice D from Crawford. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Here's Robinson. Sinks that one from the post. Robinson's got 5. Kings leading now by 9. The drive by Collison. And it's good.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Down low, puts it up from 12. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 14 points for Crawford.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Sacramento's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. McLemore dishes to Landry. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Feeds to Cauley Stein. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Rivers can't get it to go. The Kings shooting in the second half so far about 45%. And McLemore kicks to Landry. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Landry's got 6 in the quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. J.J. Redick's checked in for Nate Robinson. Ryan Howland, he's checked in for the Kings. And Redick kicks to Rivers. Dishes it to Griffin. Fires from 18. And the shot falls short this time.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Now here's Crawford. 14 points for him. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And checking out some numbers here for Collison. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
Well, there's so many little things you have to learn to grow as a player. I mean, he's just going through that process right now.
Glenn Davis is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And then for Sacramento, Reggie Evans, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. And Andre Miller has subbed in for Darren Collison. Now here's Rivers. Outside, Davis. Rivers passes to Redick. Five on the clock. Davis setting the pick for Redick. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Hollins pulls it down. Sacramento leading by 13. Here's McLemore. He's got 19. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Davis. He's got 6. Davis sets a screen. Rivers dishes to Redick. Tries to snap the cold streak, and the shot is good. Redick's got 13 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Griffin with the steal. Out to Miller. Puts up a 3. Outside Williams. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Kings have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
One shot. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Barnes comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Chris Paul subbed in for Rivers. The Kings also at the sub. Gay's checked in. And stolen by Redick. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Kings leading now by 12. Rudy Gay on the wing. Sacramento again missing. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Paul's running. Looking to end his cold spell. Miller grabs the miss.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
There's 14 seconds left in the third. Pass to Evans. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
7 seconds left in the third. Paul for 3. Off target with that shot. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Kings lead by 12. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. So it's the Clippers now. A 12-point game. On the court right now for the Kings. Evans is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Andre Miller. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Collison in at the point.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Here's Paul, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's on Darren Collison.
They're digging their own hole here, throwing dirt on themselves. They haven't been nearly as efficient from the line as they were in the first half, and that can be self-destructive.
Well, at this point in his career, Clark, it's safe to call Chris Paul one of the all-time great point guards.
Yeah, without question. I mean, for a long time, it was hard to argue that Chris Paul wasn't the top point guard in the league. Even now, you can make arguments for others, but Paul is always going to be in the conversation.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jordan's checked in, and the Kings also making a change. Cauley Stein's checked in. And Paul drills both of them.
And with Paul, it is all about his consistency. Other point guards will have better years or stretches than him, but he just puts up huge numbers year in and year out, literally like clockwork.
Now here is Miller. Gay can't get it to go.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Barnes against Gay. Here's Griffin. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
You know, it's amazing to me how little fanfare CP3 gets. I mean, he's not a flashy player, but you look at his effectiveness on the court, and he's a once-in-a-generation kind of talent. I mean, he's done it all his entire career.
And two free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple. Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
That's good from Barnes. Sacramento, a team that is likely to put it on the floor to attack. We saw that last year. Have no problem creating with player movement versus ball movement, which is something which is a nice way to kind of begin the transition.
It is, and Kevin, they were dead last in the league in terms of catch-and-shoot field goal attempts. Also near the bottom in catch-and-shoot field goal percentage, so they might have been justified in that.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
Paul kicks to Redick. Pass to Jordan. The open shot by Paul. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one. Kings leading now by 7. As you said, for the Clippers, 37 wins last year against the rest of the West. That total was the second most against the rest of the West among any team in the league. Trailed only Golden State in that regard.
And you know what? They played the top West teams tough as well. One of only 3 Western Conference teams to be over 500 against the rest of the playoff teams from the West.
And the Clippers making a change here. Crawford's checked in, and a change for Sacramento. Carl Landry's checked in for Cauley Stein. Crawford passes to Barnes, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, they left it until the 4th quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Now here's Paul. After Darren Collison's miss, here's Crawford. The offensive rebound, Griffin, and he banks in the layup.
Boy, they're doing a nice job, a really good job of getting second chances here. And that's a great way to cut into that lead. I mean, nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than putbacks.
And for three, Collison. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Kings leading now by 3. Here's Gay. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. There's the pick. Griffin dishes to Paul. Jordan the screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And, guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
To the paint. Here's Collison. Paul grabs the board. Paul's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. At the elbow, it's Crawford. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cousins has got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Gay with the drive.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Paul kicks to Crawford. He feeds it to Jordan. Uncovered. That one a little long.
Boy, it's been a rough day for him, Kevin. I mean, he's not the only reason they're down right now, but he's certainly one of them.
Cousins, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Paul kicks to Griffin. And he makes good on the layup. Griffin's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it? You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And I think it's fair to say last season was a bit of a transition year for the Kings. I mean, after firing Malone and the injuries to their stars, they just tried to build for the future, realizing that was going to be in their best interest.
Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
McLemore's checked in for Sacramento. And the Kings last year able to get George Karl to lead the team. A good hire for them. This team did decent under him back in the last half of the season.
Yeah, they still got a lot of work to do, but he can certainly make it happen for him. One of the outstanding coaches in our league. The Kings actually were in it for a while last year, but then had a mini rebuild mid-season.
Clippers with the ball. They trail by 7. Crawford, no luck. Kicks to McLemore. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. McLemore's got 23.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
It's Crawford with the drive. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Crawford's got 9 points now in just the second half. Now McLemore. Screen by Cousins. And McLemore kicks to Gay. Bangs home the trifecta. Gay's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Griffin. Rebound by the Kings. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. To the middle. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here's the lob to the hoop and the slam by Blake Griffin.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Rebound by the Clippers. Paul's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's blocked.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Gay kicks to McLemore. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. McLemore's got 25 points.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Pulls up on the wing. Here's Landry, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Landry has been putting up the numbers. He has 11 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
And the first one drops. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their teams. You can name a dozen all-star level point guards in the league right now.
Clippers trail by 15. Paul outside. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. The baseline J. That's good from Crawford on the assist by Jordan. 18 points for Crawford.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Collison the pass to Landry. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Paul dishes to Griffin. It's tipped. Cousins with it. It's Gay with the drive.
Clippers foul call. That's his second personal foul.
You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And with Rudy Gay, the physical part of the game has never been a problem with him. As great a physical player as any other small forward in the league, his one drawback is he can get in his own head at times and not play to his strengths.
He's off on the second.
And no doubt a lot of players can get in their own head, like Gay does at times. He does so much on the floor. It is odd when he vanishes for stretches of the game. On pure talent, he has few peers in the league.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Collison kicks to Landry, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Free throw drops for Landry. And both free throws good for Landry. Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, he just like every other coach can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Some changes for Sacramento. Evans, he's checked in for Landry. Outlaw comes in for Rudy Gay. And Stockton subbed in for Darren Collison. Clippers trail by 18. Paul outside. And the Clippers miss again.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Clippers shooting very well right now, 52% in this fourth quarter. Deep 2 from Crawford. Second chance shot, and Jordan with the layup.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Ball against Stockton. Now the feed to McLemore. There's the pass to Evans. Clock at 4 and stolen by Barnes. And here we go. Fast break. Crawford's got it. And it's blocked. Out of bounds. Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Paul outside. The 3 ball. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 5 here tonight.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the fourth. Clippers trail by 13. They push it up 4 on 3. Evans with the rebound. Evans has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And McLemore kicks to Outlaw. And now the Clippers on the break.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Kings.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball move, you're right. And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And I don't think anybody saw a performance like this one coming tonight. What a big-time game for McLemore. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
They set the pick. Crawford outside. The shot is off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. They led by as many as 18 points. Passes it to Outlaw. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And the Kings lead by 17.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook. Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
Stockton kicks to Evans. McLemore inside the line. Misses the jumper.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, DeMarcus, congratulations on the win tonight. We know you're a very intense player, but tonight you certainly seem to be having a lot of fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
We love to see you smile, DeMarcus. Thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
Well, he reminded us all of how dangerous he is as a slasher. He drove the lane time and time again and got points inside to show for it. An explosive, hard-charging performance. I loved it.
Well, his passing, his instincts on offense, those were the keys to the game. He was spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved. Most importantly, he was creating high-quality shots and racking up the assists. Overall, great game.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.